What's going on, everybody? It's Friday. It's Friday. Sorry for the late start. I had some kid drama, some things to work out with my oldest. For some reason or another, he was having none of it today, and I was not having either or any of him as well. Anyway, family problems. Nothing that concerns you guys. My name is Tank. This is the IBC Gang YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about everything that's happening in the traditional markets as well as the crypto market, with a specific interest, as always, with the crypto, with with the Cosmos ecosystem. Everything's thrown off because I was in daddy mode just a little while ago. We're gonna get into a whole bunch of things. The market's pumping right now. We're gonna talk about that, obviously. Give you guys my thoughts about what I see happening on and off the charts. And then we're going to be talking about specific things that are actually happening within our ecosystem, the Cosmos ecosystem, after. And then we're going to be joined as well, as always, with our favorite personalities. Cosmos DeFi is in our Discord. And then we also have Grits as well. We might be accompanied by Bren. I don't know if he's working or whatnot. But yeah, of course, we're going to jump on in with them in just a minute. But before I do, if you guys would help me grow, this is the bear market. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification. It really does help tremendously. Guys, we're just trying to do this the right way with the community. And when you're trying to do it the right way and not do things the sketchy way, it like the growth is a lot slower, and you know, it is what it is. But if you guys haven't already, or if this is your first time, be a good person. Help us out, help yourself out, help everybody out. Because the more people that see these videos by you liking, subscribing, and sharing, the more exposure the Cosmos ecosystem gets, which means the more exposure your bag gets. So again, help me, help you, help everybody, and we'll be on our way. Before I jump into everything else, just want to say a great good morning and shout out to IBC Mafia, Sunrise Binary, Matt, Oliver, Brosco. Let me see. Opa, what's kind of Opa? Bren, what's up, Bren? There's Bren. Opa says he was traveling around in the castle in Fortius Economia. How was that? Wait, hold on. He says, Opa walked around the rubble of Fortis dungeon, long since abandoned. A mouse scurried by and a cat jumped from the ledge and chased him into the dungeon. Oh, man. Like, I'm sure so many of you guys who have way better skills than I, like, you guys could probably write a great article, a great read, like, you know, some lore about the good old dungeon. That's awesome. What's up, J2000, Scott, Nathaniel, IBC Mafia, if I haven't already said it. What's going on, fellas? What's up, everybody? Guys, let's go ahead and jump on Discord because we got the fellas sitting in there. See what's going on with them.
She could function and then while working, you know, because by the time you're 18, you should have a lot of work experience. You should have worked in a store. You should have worked in like a warehouse. You should have worked, you know.
I should jump in here. Cosmos DeFi, you're live on stream.
I'm sorry.
No. I jumped in and like, we're like, let's go see what they're talking about. And like, we jumped in right in the middle of you saying she should have a job right now.
What we were talking about is I think that people that are smart don't necessarily need to go to college or should not go to college if they're going into certain fields. And college is more for, and I listen, I taught on the college level briefly. Mm-hmm. College is for people who this is going to be a bad blanket statement from a teacher, but college is for people who don't really know anything, right? At this point, for certain majors, right? It's like you missed the boat in high school, or you were not in a school that properly prepped you to work or.
You want to hear a good example? My husband left school, did 2 years of community college for something he didn't want to do, obviously, and then moved and didn't finish the 4 years. Worked in IT, some shit IT jobs under $20 an hour for like, 10 years, and then was finally like, you know what, this sucks. And then went to a 3-month coding boot camp, coded 6 months beforehand and practiced, obviously, and then aced it. And now he's working at like a $30+ an hour job to start.
I was going to say, a lot of information's free now. You could learn coding for free. You could learn IT almost for free. You just got to pay for those certifications.
Not worth it, by the way.
This is so much of a more relaxed Friday stream. Like, I'm just like, I started listening to the conversation and I'm eating my muffin. I love it.
Good for you. I just like I'm a teacher, but I was telling Tank, I think it should be more commonplace for people not to get their high school diplomas if they have skills or
Bro,
if the way school is structured just
Oh, I,
doesn't
I
really
knew
work.
I knew
trades,
right away that I
skilled
wanted to work on
trades,
cards.
skilled
You know,
trades are short-handed, and because there's not enough people trying to do that kind of stuff, and you can get paid very well for some of
Yeah,
these skilled. Like we need more
yeah,
electricians,
but
more mechanics, more like
I work in an alternative school,
mm,
so these are kids who dropped out and came
yeah, I'm
back.
I'm one of those
Yeah,
kids. You know, I was a mechanic, lead mechanic, like for a long time. Like that's what I wanted to do right away. But and I taught myself electrical and all that, but I never got paid more than $25 an hour. It's really hard in those. You know,
well,
it's like the field's dying. Like honestly.
well, I know a lot of people that go to school and get a degree and don't have a job anywhere close to their field that that went to school for. So
yeah,
there's also that
yeah.
argument. With that being said, though,
You make real money if you run a shop. If you run a shop, you're making bank.
well, anytime you're the boss, you
Yeah.
have a better thing. With that being said, though, if you guys don't have a degree, let's school you guys a little bit with what's happening out there in the markets. We're looking at the Dow Jones. We're on the daily. Things are pumping up right now, and you don't need to have a college degree if you know what you're looking at. If you know what's happening fundamentally, and you know what's happening like when it transitions to the charts on the technical side of things. Right now, the Dow Jones, guys, is up 2% on the day. It's Friday. Fridays when options close.
It's
That's
usually bad. Yeah.
insane. And we just had CPI report this week. I'm just saying we could go down. There's a lot of people that are saying that this is a trap, and I just want to say this like right now. I do think more than likely we're gonna range, kind of like not necessarily always making new highs, but we will range between where we were on all of these charts going forward for the next couple of months. Like I've been saying, Q3, Q4. I'm still sticking with that, guys. I don't think that this is the immediate trend turnaround. I don't think that this is, where everything just starts taking off again. You're kidding yourself. That's not it at all. Please be realistic. Again, we're talking about school earlier. Come sit back down a little bit more and listen to the teacher. I'm not a teacher, but listen to me tell you guys, what I'm seeing and what other people who are also telling me, who are, in my opinion, way better than myself, think, guys, we're just going to range. This is just the range that we're going to be in. We could make another high and then we could also make another low. But I do think that this is, exactly what we've been expecting and preaching on this channel for a while now. It just playing out. Kind of crazy again on the Dow Jones. I'm going to make this kind of short and sweet. You see this little yellow line? We played it out, right? Oh man, again, I'm not gonna be that guy. I said I was never gonna be that guy, but like, look, it's so hard not to when it happens. You're like, ta-da! Like, I don't know, but I drew this line out the other day, and I told you guys it was easy, right? I was just splitting averages, blah 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 blah. Look where that body just sat right on it, and where did it bounce? I don't know. I mean, it's great when it plays out. Trust me, it sucks when I do these things and it doesn't play out, but when it does, like it bounced right off our yellow line. It bounced right off our yellow line. So bada bing, bada boom. If you're up, consider taking profits. Again, traditional markets, a little different. Cryptos, I always say 4 to 5% market move to the upside on the charts. With price action in the traditional markets, if you get up in like 1%, 2%, definitely consider taking profits, because traditional markets, they don't move, those multiple percent range movements like we see in crypto. So if you get up like we're seeing right now on the day, like, you're almost up 1.5 on the day. But if you got in somewhere yesterday where we were saying, like, if you caught that bottom there, you're up right now 2.79. Again, if you're up 2% on the traditional markets, consider taking something. We're looking at the indexes. You specifically got to look at what you're in on those indexes, but you should be up. Yeah, kind of crazy. NASDAQ. Ooh, look, guys, we're just ranging between our lines here. I think ultimately, if we do keep going up, we're going to hit resistance right here like we have in the past. I admittedly put this a little high, but as you can see, we hit resistance right here. both times. Expect that to be tested again for the third. The more times you test resistance and or support, though, the more likely that support and or resistance gets weaker and weaker. So it is good that we keep knocking on the upside instead of knocking on the bottom door right here, right? Like we're knocking on these top hatches. So the more we bang on this door, hopefully at one point we'll break through and maybe we'll flip this into support going forward and just kind of range. But again, guys, look for a lot of selling pressure to happen right here for the US 100 index. Again, that's right around basically where the top of this candle is, 12,050 to about $12,232. That's where I'm looking for a lot of selling pressure to come in. Russell, leading indicator. Russell right now is up 1.4%. So when you're looking at these kind of things, guys, yesterday we were saying the Russell is a leading indicator to the downside, right? Same thing in reverse. I want you to look at that in reverse. Like right now, the Dow Jones is pumping, NASDAQ is pumping, right? But the Russell is only up 1% basically. So it's not showing as much strength as the Dow and the NASDAQ. This is more, how do I say this without getting long-winded? So the NASDAQ has bigger corporations, like the really heavy corporations in there. And the Russell is like more like you're like, it's more weighted evenly is what I would say. Yeah, I think that's the best way to explain it. It's more weighted evenly. So with this price action movement only being, well, now it's down underneath 1%, with it having not as much pumpage as the other two. Again, think of it as in reverse. It probably means that this isn't sustainable in the traditional markets as much. Like if the Russell was pumping 4% and the Dow Jones was up 2%, that would be a different story, right? But like in reverse, the Russell's up only 1% and the Dow is beating it by a whole by double. It's up 2% right now. So again, that's just telling me that more than likely the Dow will probably come back down and get that resistance and come back down. That's just my thoughts. It's just my theories, right? Like that's how I treat the Russell when I'm looking at things. SPX though, 1.63 on the day, making another test for the high right here. We got to see if it gets rejected. Still a lot of time, still about 5 hours and 33 minutes in the traditional markets for the markets to close on this daily candle. So give it some time, guys. Give it some time. Bitcoin up 2% on the day. Look at that. I didn't take my position. I took my limits off. I showed you guys that actually. I took profits, took my limits off. It is what it is. But guys, these ranges have been here. Especially with Bitcoin. There's no excuses. You actually have multiple places to place limit orders. If you were placing limit orders here, you caught this. Now you're up. Again, a little different than the traditional markets. If you're up 4 to 5%, consider taking profits. You're up 9.46% from 2.5 days ago, basically. If you caught it here, if you caught the absolute bottom, you had that limit in there from 18,960. Now I kind of feel bad. Now I wish I would have stayed in a little bit longer and made sure, but I'm a winner. So it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not going to hindsight quarterback or feel bad. No regrets, right? Like on taking profits. Never have any regrets on taking profits. I took profits yesterday. Could have realized a higher profit point today if I would have stayed in. But, profits is profits. So I kind of feel bad. About myself. But it is what it is, guys. Again, same thing. We're looking to see if Bitcoin kind of breaks through this right here. I'm going to project this out right here. That's our current resistance line right here for Bitcoin. Ooh, that's not my drawing thing. This is it right here. Let's see if we can reach above or if we get rejected like we got rejected right here and like we got rejected right here. So rinse and repeat all day, every day. Just another day in the hood, guys. Grits, DeFi, does that make any sense? You guys got any questions about what's happening?
No, I'm pretty excited for this, these rate hikes to happen. I'm going to start putting my chunks in when they do.
Yeah, I saw you and Brent talking about like this is the time to start pushing more chips on the table if it hits certain ranges. I think you guys are right. And again, though I like, we asked a couple of days ago in the streams prior, like I don't know if I asked it or somebody else asked if we hit the bottom. I told you guys. I was leaning more towards, yeah, we did. And kind of so far, it looks like it's playing out, right? Kind of so far, a little early. But I think we may have already hit the bottom. I think this was the bottom right there. Could
Do
be
you think
wrong.
the bottom will look like a several month range near here? Is that what you mean by
Not
bottom?
several months, but a few months for sure. I think like I said, my range is we're gonna range within where we are, and we could even come back and back test this low right here, this wick down to like what was it, 16, like 17.6 or something like that, 16 or something like that. We could definitely come back there and do that while we range in this way. But I think we're gonna do that for probably leading into when is the actual Q4 start? What month is that? I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I think late Q3, early Q4 of this year. Then we're gonna start actually seeing strong movements, like realistic, believable movements, kind of trending more upwards. So I don't think several months, but I do think like what is it? The 7, 8, 9, maybe October. Is it October? We get into Q3. I gotta look it up. I gotta look that up. But yeah, I think October ish, around there, maybe late October, we start seeing things kind of turn around. But yeah, I think we've basically, guys. I mean, I want to show you guys something. Market Cipher B right here. Okay. So interesting. So interesting. Now we just had that a couple of days ago, little red trigger sell signal, right? Now, again, we got a trigger buy signal. Good. We're having curvature still happen right here on the charts. We're having curvature still happen on the charts right here. And we haven't had a trigger dot in a setup like this in quite some time. I do want to show you guys something right here. The last time we had a trigger dot setup, gotta make sure my head's out of the way. Check this out. See this curvature? We come down, we make that bottom, we start rounding back up with the negative momentum wave, trying to get back into the green like we had right here, right? We have a trigger dot right here. Look at things, guys. There's a reason why we say things don't necessarily repeat themselves, but rhyme. We had the same thing happen here. Caught the bottom, started rounding back up. And when we caught that trigger, it led us into better price action, better price appreciation over turn. We made a mountaintop right here, right? So again, if we're looking at things and we're comparing things, the last time we had that same kind of setup like we're having right now. And again, it could still, like, how long was this? How long is this right here? From this trigger to when we actually broke out, 34 more days. So like another month. It could literally play out for like another month this way, right? Until we actually break into the positive money flow again for Bitcoin. But if we take a look right here, the last time we got that trigger set up right here, this is the price action right here on Market Cipher A. So we had that trigger set up here. Boom. Right? You can say from this low, nope. From this low to this high, we had 32% gains. We didn't break the 200 SMA, but we had a 32%. It had its ebbs and flows, but we had a 32% move from that low to the high from when we actually had that trigger dot print in the same fashion that it's printing right now on the daily chart. And what I'm saying again, guys, you guys got to kind of read into this a little bit. But rounded bottom right here, negative momentum wave, trigger dot in the red, the negative money wave, leading us into the green positive money wave, and also creating mountain ranges with the price action again on Market Cipher A. Again, we had ebbs and flows throughout that. It took a month for it to fully play out right here and us to lead into the green or positive money flow. And it wasn't sustainable for very long. It wasn't. But again, that was admittingly like, I don't want to say different times, but like it's different. We got fundamentally, you gotta keep in mind that the fundamentals on the global scale and what we're dealing with has changed. It's always changing. The markets are alive. It's a moving, living thing. But we see that we have similar setups with these waves right here. Boom, boom. So I don't know. That's pretty interesting stuff. I'm watching it. But this, what I wanted to say though, when you're looking at like bottoms, this is what a bottom looks like on Market Cipher B right here, guys. You see these? Oh, I'm already on my brush. You see these valleys, I call these mountain ranges up here. All these peaks right here, mountain ranges, valleys down here between mountain ranges, valleys like the Grand Canyon, right? That's bottoms. This is a bottom. This is a bottom. Previous bottom. Previous bottom. Again, look at how long The last time we did it was back here, 2019, right? 2019. Look how long this one was. This is actually a really good. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Actually, let me go to the weekly right here. Maybe it's easier to see. But again, okay, right here, 2018. These are bottoms right here. These are your bear markets right here. Bear markets right here, right? Look at this. Look how comparable these look right now. These were a lot. This was gnarly, by the way. The ones that we're going through, by the way, if you guys are dealing with this bear market, this is the most gnarly and intense bear market. Pat yourself on the back for so far surviving, because this was even easier to get out of. This was even easier to get. Look at the angle of that slide versus this. Wow. It's like a whole different ride. But anyway, like, look how long these go for. Look at how this setup is, right? Like, this is actually like this. We had a relief right here, but it's actually this. This was just a time to get out. But guys, from when we started, from the peak here, how long has it been? January 2021 to July 2022, 539 days. 539 days from our top there. Let's go from here. 539 days from our top here to, well, I guess you could call this here. This was 532 days before we saw another run. This one from this top. So about the same time, right? From to this top, 567 days. Like, I'm just counting mountaintops right here, right? We're already 500 something days into it from this top to this top. Let's go. I don't know how long that is. 931. That was brutal. 2013, 2016, that was 3-year bear market. 3 years, but that was a whole different setup, right? But like, again, on average, around 500 to 600 days, we're already from our top right now to where we are currently at, 539 days. So I don't know, man. Like, there's I don't want to spend too much time talking about this stuff, but like I said it before, along with the 200 SMA average on the daily charts, like, I think we might have seen or have experienced what will be the bottom. I really do think that. I think we have. The cattle, like, some things could send us into a whole different scenario if, things escalate and some major stuff happens. But if everything, all in all, stays kind of like the crap bag of poop that we've been dealing with, which is pretty intense already, like, I think we may have seen the bottom. I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet today, because I believe little gains in here. I believe I actually have a spaces to be in later, so I don't want to miss that. I
think the spaces is on right now.
Oh, okay. Let's move it real quick, and then I'll jump in. Guys, this is going to be a real quick run, because I don't want to miss it. So we're looking at Atom. Let's just go to Atom real quick. 3.71% back to $9.26. Again, like, this is good. This is really, really good. We're just making that stair-stepping movement to the upside. That's what stairs look like. We have a buy dot right here. We have a buy trigger dot again right here. Look how this lined up, by the way. See that blue box that I made? Test, bounce. Again, we have a trigger dot. We're making everything just like Bitcoin. We're making that move, that push back into the positive. Looking good. Looking really, really good. Secret up 4.9%. 4.9%. I told you guys we were going to come back down $1.04, right? I told you that's what it was. And look, we're back above it right now, retesting our previous dotted line, which is basically where we are. Let's see if we can break through the 0.5, which is $1.22 in over the weekend. That would be awesome if we do. Juno up 8.18%, guys. $2.85. Can we please just get back above $3? Look at this, by the way. This is why you guys got to be on some of these crazy exchanges like BitGet. Look at this, guys. We went up to almost $4 today on BitGet. $4. $3.88. What is happening? I know it doesn't take much to make those moves. That's 49%. It's 49%. We got the same thing. Buy trigger dot. Momentum waves coming back up. We're making that nice curvature. Osmosis testing 90 cents. Got that trigger dot, guys. Looking good. Looking good. I've been sharing with you guys for forever. So I don't have, look how these wicks down. Look how the wicks down. Pop back up. Wicks down. Stablecoin. Osmosis. Stablecoin. And then look at our favorite Akash. just doing the same old. It's down 35%. 35%. It's crazy, Akash. You've been so fun. You've made me so much money, Akash. So funny. Yeah. Hold on. I feel so bad. I told him that I was going to be on there. Is it on right now? Which one is it, Grits? No, it's not.
Which of what?
I don't see them on there just yet.
Oh, I thought they were.
There's Oh, okay. I was gonna say I'm gonna have to rush it. There's coffee shop NFTs on sale. There's Sif Chain talking about Cardano over coffee. Cardano.
Oh, I guess I was looking at the wrong day.
I know you have the master calendar. You have the master calendar.
Sometimes it's weird because I get screwed up on the Monday and Sunday, one day ahead and behind.
I think I have it on a Friday. I need to be there today.
I keep thinking the Monday starts at the beginning of the week, but it's actually Sunday.
Oh,
I'm just retarded.
Definitely would help if I'm on the right thing. Okay, no, it's from 12 to 1. Okay, cool. I have time, guys. Cool.
Yeah.
Later, Blau. Later, man. Let's get it. I was rushing through, guys, and now I feel bad. Let's get into the ecosystem and some real talk now that I know I have some time. How are you guys feeling about this? Do you guys feel like this is just a dead cat bounce? Do you guys think this is a fake out, or do you guys think this is a breakout in terms? Like, forget what I was saying.
It feels a lot better than last time. We're sitting here last month.
Yeah.
Same. It feels a little bit less worse, even though the inflation numbers are higher. But yeah.
Well, you know what I think is happening. Again, I think the markets have priced in all this crap, and if you know anything about inflation, like this is a 4-decade high for inflation, right? Like 9.1 is no joke. Can we get to 10? From 9 to 10? There's not too much more that we can go and push the US dollar as far as strength goes, and that's why the DXY right now, look right now, guys. Like, this would ultimately be, it's actually broken on the weekly right here. Let me go to the monthly. Boom. Like, it actually broke through this long-term trend line. Finally broke through. But here's the thing that you got to know about the DXY and the strength of the US dollar. You can't push the strength of the US dollar too much when you have shrinkflation, recession, and all this other stuff. You can't overinflate. You can't overinflate the strength of the US dollar. I'm trying to use a better way to describe that because of inflation, right? But you can't overinflate the US dollar strength in the global markets when we're having supply chain demands, when we're talking about exporting and importing things too much. Like, there's a lot to this. So what I'm trying to get at is you can't push inflation too much further without taking a seat back a little bit more. You can't say you're attacking inflation too much further is what I'm trying to say. You can't say we're going to really buckle down on inflation and get these numbers and keep inflating everything, because all that's going to do is get you into a worse position. So I think I did a horrible job explaining that, but that's what I think is happening right now with the markets. Basically, everybody knows that there's only so much more posturing and positioning and manipulating that they could do before they have to say, whoa. We can't dig a deeper hole. Like, we got to kind of like sit back a little bit. So yeah, I think that's kind of what's going on right now.
Can I ask about the Dixie for a second? Because
Yeah.
I'm not well educated on this.
Mhm.
Is the super strong dollar going to affect, let's say, corporate earnings that are going to come out?
Did you cut off, or was that the question? Did I lose him? Did I lose everybody?
No, you're
okay.
still here.
Um,
Here, I'll be right back 1 sec.
Sure. Do I think it's going to affect earnings? No. I mean, because like we're already seeing a lot of companies come out with their earnings and it's already kind of crappy, right? Like it just is what it is. Like just because the dollar's getting stronger in the markets, again, that's kind of what I was trying to say. It's not, I don't think it's going to like directly positively affect earnings for any particular company in the market. It's actually probably going to do the exact opposite. So yeah, I mean, no, I think the DXY is it's just like fiat. It's like all of our opinions about fiat. It's a lie. Like it's like when you look at that chart, like this chart, when I look at it, I look at it kind of in reverse, like it's lying to me at all times. So like, yo, it's so strong. Does anybody else here feel like the U.S. economy or the world economy right now is strong?
Well, is this matched up against just weaker fiat currencies that aren't raising rates aggressively? Is that really what we're looking at, or is there a lot more to it?
Well, there's a lot more to it. That's some of it, but there's a lot more to it as well. Like, and again, it's so hard. That's what I was trying to pick how I explain this without trying to go into, because even like I would not be able to explain it very thoroughly on that kind of level for people. But there's it being compared to other reserve currencies or world currencies. It's also has a lot to do with, like I said, exporting, importing, and also supply and manufacturing demands. We're talking about consumers consuming and then what it costs for producers producing yesterday. Like there's that, all of that goes hand to hand. And also we're talking about like how much it costs for these companies to borrow, from banks. Like it's just getting expensive all across every kind of way that you look at it. So this, I mean, yeah, it looks great for the dollar, but like it's really not. It's really not that great. I mean, what does it matter when the producer price index is just as high, or when the consumer price index is just as high? This would be a really more realistic thing if these two numbers were both down. The producer and the consumer price indexes were also down, and the DXY was super super high. That would be a very better thing. But like it doesn't mean spit when all three of them are running parallel with each other. Like it's basically not doing anything. Post CPI.
Well, no, I appreciate it. You know what? I used to live overseas when there was a huge, I would say, a difference in when I first got there with the U.S. dollar and then when I was leaving with the U.S. dollar. And there was some, if I was a little bit smarter, I could have definitely made some money with the Korean won versus the U.S. dollar. It was like 2008, 2009. There was, a big, if I kept my money in Korean won like a year longer, it would have been like at least a 10% swing in terms of what I could have made out when I exchanged the money back to U.S.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know people that they love forex trading. I used to dabble in it and stuff like that, but like, I don't know, crypto volatility just has me so much more intrigued, right? Like I just kind of ignored everything else. I still have stocks and stuff like that, but like I really just kind of like was like, oh, I like what's going on over here. I like the volatility. But yeah, like if you look at the euro right now, like it's like, euro versus the dollar, look at that downtrend right now. It's on the day it's up 0.64%, but like look at it, man. And then you look at the Chinese yuan versus the dollar. The U.S. actually, we should actually look at some of these. I'll do that some. Let me see if I can look at this real quick. Boom, we'll put that one on.
Yeah, I'm getting the specifics right now and setting up a validator. I'm probably going to be doing that
right on.
Shortly.
Right on. Do I have? No, I don't have the OS. Where's
For some reason, I thought it was a lot more work than it was.
It's really not. It's really not. It's more the structure. Sorry guys, I'm looking for some forex things to look at. Just in like
I got to make a website and all that, I guess too. So
Euro, Aussie, like yeah, like. But when you look at, I'm trying to look for everything in reverse too. But like yeah, like I don't know, guys. Point to it all is I think that we're gonna start seeing things go sideways and start turning around here shortly for us, at least us here in the crypto market. Let's see here. Maybe midterm breakout, Awkward said. Long-term fake out. Maybe. I think it's a big nothing. I think we're just going sideways. Like, Like, I don't think it's either one of them. I think we're just going. I think we're just ebbing and flowing, to be honest with you, which is fine. Like, this
But I like.
range is, yeah, it's fine. It's great. Especially when you're talking about like Atom. We're in the cosmos. Like, hey, guys, I left this up here. Actually, it's kind of funny. I told you I was gonna leave this squiggly line up here. Didn't play out at all. Totally ignored it and just went on its way. Still got to the end result though, the end point of my squiggly line. What it basically did from yesterday was jump up here to the 0.5, run all the way up here to the 382. Love my 382. Got a lot of resistance, which it should. The 382 is very popular to the downside and to the upside for both humans and bots. So again, guys, expect a lot of pressure or support in either way whenever you're looking at the 382. But again, to be expected. I like this, man. If it can pop through the 382 and really get above and hold above $21,000, like that'd be amazing. That would be amazing. But yeah, kind of crazy how things, again, don't invalidate lines, right? Came down, wicked through, popped back up. I'm just going to leave it long term, see what happens. Actually, admittingly, I'm going to kind of just project this out a little bit too. Again, everybody has their own ways of doing lines. This is just my way of doing it. So
The $1 bill.
that's what I'm watching.
Oh, it was just a lines joke.
Oh, I thought you were talking like you're doing something with the $1 bill. I was like, what are you doing?
Doing lines.
Yes. Well, guys, look, I'm going to say it. I don't care. I was laughing so hard. I'm just going to say it. I'm not making fun. One of the bigger personalities runs a validator. He's our friend. I'm in his Telegram. Like Crypto Like Mo. Do you guys know Crypto Like Mo? I was cracking up in his spaces yesterday about EVMOS, guys. If you guys haven't been listening over the past couple of months, when that man speaks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's like
he puts together some nice threads, and I always think that's his. He might be the best person that I've seen on crypto Twitter that puts out threads.
Oh no, he's super
informative.
Yeah,
I'm actually happy that he does what he does because I was talking to another validator and I said, I'm just a regular person and there's more people like me out there. I need to know what these proposals actually mean, even if it's slightly biased because of the person's voting.
Yeah.
But I listened to about 5 minutes of the spaces and then I got out of there.
No, like he's informative and Cyborg does great too. I'm just giving you. I'm gonna swear. I'm just giving you shit, Crypto Like Ball. For fans and whatnot. I'm just giving you shit. But I was cracking up yesterday because like for a month he's been sniffling like every word and like it sounds like somebody that does coke. And yesterday during his spaces he was like, "Sorry for sniffling, guys. No, I don't do coke." And I was like.
Yeah, it sounds like somebody's ripping a sheet of paper in my ears every time. I'm like, I had to message him. I'm like, guy, there's a program that you can use, and like.
Yeah, dude, I was rolling so hard when he said it. The way he said it, I was like, oh, crap.
I'm sure he had tons of people messaging him about it.
Dude, but it's because he said he had like a sinus infection or whatever. I mean, boy, you've been doing that for like 2 months, bro.
It's like, well, I have similar, sinus issues I need surgery for, but not like his, obviously.
I'm just giving you shit, Crypto Like, well, it was funny, guys. If you guys don't know, if you guys don't join his spaces, you guys, don't say that Crypto Tank said it because you come at me and stuff, but like, dude, I was laughing so hard yesterday. Oh my God. It's all fun though. All love, brother. All love. All good things. We're just talking about you. All good things. All good things.
Yeah, I hope you get it fixed.
Yeah. Oh my God. That was so funny. Anyway. Moving on. He does write.
On his opinion though, I disagree for a bunch of reasons,
Oh, about the EVMOS? Oh,
yeah,
let's bring it up. We have some stuff. We can talk about stuff, right?
Yeah, I basically was like, I understand where you're coming from on these points, but literally the circumstances right now don't call for any of those points. Like, we're about to have more money in the community pool than the community actually has out of it. So they're trying to figure out ways to get money into the community's hands now, which is like, duh. They have to spend the money.
Talking about EVMOS acquisition. Is this the one? 13,000.
And the best way to do it, in my opinion, is to incentivize pools or spend money on projects or development or what, like anything. It's just they're gonna have so much money in the community pool, like it's
Yeah,
not
it's the complete
good.
opposite of what we were talking about yesterday for the atom pool, right? Like
Yeah,
there's not a
exactly.
lot there. This
Yeah.
is when you
Like
need to
if he
be
was
doing these
talking
kind of
about
things.
Adam, if he was talking about Adam, totally agree.
Yeah, yeah,
But like not in this situation.
yeah. I can see that. Yeah, and I you know, it was funny because I was trying to. I like to hear out people's points of views, you know, because like there's always something to learn. Like I'm not, you know, I have my bias and I have my ways of thinking, but like I like to try to stay. I like to think that I'm open minded at least enough to hear people out and try to digest, you know, what they're saying. But I, you know, I listened for quite a while yesterday. Obviously, that's why I was laughing so much when he said that shit too. Anyway, I gotta agree with you though. Like this is the time to spend your community funds. This is the time to actually strike the iron while the iron's hot and bring more into your space. Like Adam, different.
Like,
We've been around. We have things in our space. We don't have much in the community fund or in the community pool. This is the complete opposite of what we were talking about yesterday. Like this is the time
they're about to build, and other projects are shutting down, and they have all sorts of new development they want to do. It's like probably smart, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Effort, you saying, wait, it's happening since February. Crypto Black Mo is gonna be like, fuck that tank. I promise, dude. I just thought it was funny, man. I just thought it was really funny. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, like still waking up with my neck. I can move it a lot better now. It's getting better. I woke up again at 3:30 today, which I guess is just 30 minutes earlier than I usually wake up. But I was like, oh, it's just like that numbness in my arm, man. It's just, you want to throw up that feeling.
The Jim Carrey throwing up me.
Yeah. It really is. You know that dull, achy, freaking hurt that just sucks, dude. So yeah, actually, let's go over a couple things, right? So EVMOS right now has this. I haven't even voted for this. I probably will vote yes because I agree. Like I said, I think it's time to actually spend some of these funds. So they have that open right now, guys. Proposal 41 for EVMOS. Again, guys, it's just basically asking for funding from the community pool to kind of like test a few things out. You could read this entirely, but like, you know, they're trying to implement a few things and trying to build. And I think this is the time to actually do that with your community funds. When you have NXS, you should be kind of launching things. Actually, let's go. Can we go to the beginning? Gosh, mid scan. Didn't you guys have dark mode yet? Let's see here. Comdex actually has an update I just saw that I need to vote on, where they're talking about updating the minimum deposit for governance proposal, which I think is good. I think they need to do that. I'm probably going to vote yes on that. Juno still has up the Recover EVMOS channel, so vote yes for that. Again, that's just my humble request. You do you. Vote however you guys want to vote. Gravity Bridge, which I do not follow very much. Register MN or Mantle token for metadata. I would say yes, vote for that. Another one for Gravity Bridge is set up Mantle IBC. Yep, I would vote for that too. Set up IBC auto forwarding. Stargaze development proposal. What was this? DeFi, you probably know better than I do.
Sorry, can you ask that again?
The Stargaze proposal. What is this? Development proposal?
I didn't see it.
What is this? Create NFT based distribution scripts. Let me read.
Maybe to automate validator distributions for those that have those utility NFTs. Maybe.
Oh, wait a minute. It says the community pool spend would immediately fund the creation of scripts and programs to enable automatic distribution of staking rewards and commission from a validator to delegators based upon NFT holdings. Since Stargaze,
yeah, so the way that I understand it is, like I know with Knots, I think they manually go through the addresses to send out those rewards.
They do, yeah. Rusty them has told me like they have a way of doing it, but it's still tedious manual work.
3 years from now, they're going to be like, "Hey, remember when we had to do this manually?" And now you snap your fingers, and all these people get rewards.
Rusty is old like us, right? Like they'll be like, "Remember when we have to walk 50 miles in the snow for our NFTs?" And then
that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
This will be a lot. This will be a really big benefit for a lot of those guys. Additionally, this will increase the capability of DAOs on Stargaze. What? A validator could DAOify, and how's that word, guys? DAOify. And then instead of using its own token, it could utilize stars through NFT holdings to participate in governance decisions. Ooh. By the way,
I did hear
this is history, especially for you too. Since you're a teacher, we just learned a new word that is going to be put into the dictionary. It's called DAOify. So, just want to let you
pretty sure that's going to take a while to catch on. That's not going to make it into the spelling bee for quite some time.
Could you repeat the word, please?
Yeah, what is the origin of the word?
A validator could DAO. Oh, no, could you use it in a sentence? A validator could DAOify.
The sentence would be, Jerry and Rusty DAOified their NFT collection.
It's great. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just thought that was hilarious.
I was saying that I did talk to a validator early on in my little voyage into the cosmos, and that the validator was explaining to me that he wanted to eventually make his own token that would have absolutely no monetary value, but a token that his delegators would use to vote on charitable contributions coming from his validator profits. I don't want to call them out because I don't know if they're going to actually do it or not, but it seemed like a good way for him to kind of engage his delegators and have them, have some control over where the profits are directed to different charities and whatnot.
Yeah. I actually, I like bits and pieces of that thought. I like bits and pieces of that thought. I really do. I think, man, guys, again, I think DAOs are gonna kill it soon. Let's move on into the next thing. What were we talking about next? What do we have to vote on here? Stargaze, osmosis, regular incentive adjustments. That's the normal one. But still read that, guys. I know a lot of you guys just vote yes for that, but please still read the incentive adjustments, even if it does say regular. Like, you guys, somebody could, please just read them. I read them every single time. I did read that one. I did vote already. So from what I understood, it was legit. You can get cooties like I did. I voted yes. Match XPRT, external incentives for pool. I don't know if I voted for that. Gonna have to check that out. Register ERC20 for Atom, Cosmos Hub. Cool for EVMOS. Juno, GIF, Cosmos. Oh, they still had that GIF stuff. Guys, how did you vote for that? I voted no, by the way. This is with the Bostrom. I was just making sure. This is that Bostrom thing with that super intelligence video thing that everybody was passing around. Did you guys all do that? Did you all click it?
I missed that one. A lot of things just are not on my radar. I feel like I can't keep up.
Yeah. Well, it came out of nowhere, and we actually talked to Jacob about it, and I was like, Jacob said you can click it and get cooties, but like, I'll be honest with you, I still have not clicked it. I have not.
Like what?
That bot, that Moon AI, Moon Citizen thing. The Bostrom.
They've been around forever. They're fine.
Yeah. I still haven't done it either, though. I know.
They're just a very immature community.
Yeah.
I
went through it all. I don't see any malicious code in it at all. Like, I really don't.
Like really degen-y. They're not like Doge people. They're like crypto degens.
Yeah. And did you go through the code when
No, but I did check out their application like months and months ago, and I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, like I went through every one of those, like when you're trying to get your name and all that stuff, and actually read the code in between, like even the signing thing, connecting your wallet. I read I do that all the time. I read the code just to see what's in there. And I didn't see anything that looks crazy. It literally just looks like, some crazy shit that they're doing. So like, it didn't look malicious or anything like that, but I still haven't done it. So I don't know what that tells you.
I don't think it's malicious. It was just stupid.
Yeah. Matt, you said you risked the cooties on that one. You did it? Oliver, did you do it? Yeah, I did. And that was,
I'm not going to risk that shit for a quadrillion market cap coin.
Yeah. You know what's so funny, Adam? You're saying that, so another Cosmos Hub poorly written community spend proposal. But like, if we go, it's so funny. Like, if we go to Cosmos right now, is that proposal that we were talking about? It's passing, right? Look, it's passing. Like, maybe this isn't poorly written, but it's poorly presented, and it's like I think it. Well, I'll say I think this proposal is presented poorly, and there's a lot of poor things along with these community fund proposal things that's going on. So it's just baffling to me how quickly people are voting on this, and how how little pushback we ever see for these spend proposals. It's insane. Like it really is. Like, how the hell? How is this passing? Like, wait, let me see. How many voted already? There's only 17.3 turnout. 33 million out of 191 million is voted. So not that much just yet. 82% of people still have not voted. Man, guys, like, I would. Maybe it's just a conservative in me. And I promise, I swear, I know Zachy and everybody else probably like, F that guy, Tank. He's negative. He's a bear on everything we do. I am a bear. I'm a bear on any kind of crappy push to spend funds recklessly. I'm a super negative person when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm all about money management. And whenever I see weird stuff like this, like, I would be that HR guy at whatever work, or like the boss at like the CEO or whatever that you hate, because I'm like, no. Like, be better about it. Like, be more detailed. And like this, again, you can't just put it on Commonwealth and expect everybody to go to Commonwealth and say, we've done our best. Like, man.
I mean, I'll tell people or give credit where it's due. Like, Jack and the Juno and developer funding and, all the getting that money together. That was awesome. Like, that was amazing. But the osmosis shit, letting $12 million turn into $2 million over 3 weeks. It's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah. All of that stuff. Like, that's the kind of stuff that I have a problem with when I look at these kind of proposals. Like, there's no mention on how to secure. There's no mention on how they're going to spend. There's no mention on how they break things down. There's no mention even, especially how they're going to put anything back, or if they ever even considered putting stuff back in. Everybody just wants to take, but there's no details about how they spend or divide up. And if they come at you, and I'm just being real, Cryptocito, like, what your response was like when people asked him about spending and stuff like that and not being detailed. I can't, quote you per se, but I think your response was something to the point of like, well, we don't know what it is just yet. And I'm like, well, if you don't know, then how are you asking for that much money? Like,
I felt like his response was inexperienced from a business perspective.
Well,
he's young, right?
Well, all of these guys it's a very unhealthy and inexperienced, and like, it's not a good look. Like, when you ask to take, let's just take Prop 72, not even just Prop 74, right? Prop 72 from Lido. And you're just like, there was no mention again of the details of how it was exactly going to be captured in value. Like, again, like, for me, I'm just going to use, like, if I get something in Atom or an asset that's volatile, that's not a stable, or USD, the first thing I'm going to do is ask my board or my project managers or whatnot, say if I'm the CEO again, right, to capture some of that value, to secure profits. I'm a big profit take, like making sure you're a winner, right? Like, let's not just ask for a grant and then sit on it, like you said with osmosis, and see it go from 12 to 2. Or like, like take a whole bunch of Atom and, see it at 9 and go down. Dude,
I don't like the whole let's ask for $1 million and then tell you nothing about how we're going to build it, as far as like, the validator whitelisting. Yeah. And also on top of that, you get no preview of the product, no flow chart, and it's experimental and it's already built, by the way. Oh, we also have to hook up dependent. It's just so weird.
It's so weird, super vague, and you should question those kind of things. But unfortunately, the common practice in the Cosmos ecosystem is just to vote yes on everything.
Well, her excuse was like, well, Prop 34 worked. I'm like, yeah, well, look at all the other dead projects right now. Yeah, and they just stopped development on Emory's.
Well, and like, I hate when people say that. Look at things that have worked. Right? We can go and look at, to your example, we can go look not just at Atom. We can look at these unhealthy projects or unhealthy presentations on multiple different chains and say, look at how many didn't work, though. Like, you can't just pick the one, the cherry pick the one and say, see, like, no. Like, there's a reason why I keep using this example. When you go to the bank, they want a binder on top of a binder's worth, like a 5-year plan on how you're going to get back that money or recapture that value or retain that value that they loan out to you. And then give it back with interest, usually, right? There's never any mention in these proposals at all about spending or how they're going to capture value and retain what's given to them, you know, so that they don't have to ask again later for more. And or
It's
there's
advertisement. They're like, well, we have 30% of all Ethereum staked, but what does that mean for us?
well,
You know?
what doesn't mean spit for us, but like, you know, like there's never any of this stuff, especially not how to put back into the community pool, right? And it's very, very funny to me, like how Informal Systems or Sommelier or ICF or Interchain or anything, all these for-profit companies never mention any kind of involvement themselves or self-commitment coming from them, you know, or self-guarantee. I'll tell you right now, if I go to the bank and ask for something of value from the bank, I have to sign and put something up, unless I have it in my bank, right? Like, I have
The
to
only
put something
reason
up
to vote
for
yes is
collateral.
the only reason to vote yes on that is because like it's better than 69. That's it.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree. It was better than being on the hub. It was just sister chain. Like, it was perfect. That was great. I'm talking about the money. I'm not talking about the application or liquid staking. I'm talking about the way that we spend stuff here. We present things here. What keeps you rich, what makes you rich, and what keeps you rich are like, again, football players, right? Pro athletes is a great analogy for this stuff. And it's the same thing. You come into this lifetime opportunity because either your skills or your hard work, whatever it is. And you come into this life-changing amount of wealth. But if you have poor money management, you have poor decision skill, like poor, you know, financial decision making, like the statistics of those athletes, most of them don't have spit after they're done with the league. They can't keep a house because it costs a lot of money to own a big house. It costs a lot of money to hold assets. Property tax and all that stuff. That's a real thing, guys. Some people buy these things kind of like this. They'll go out, get the money, put it all up towards something, and then a couple of years down the road, it comes back to bite them in the butt.
More money, more problems.
We got to have better money management. I'm all about money management. This is what has helped me not have to worry about things, guys. I like money. I want to keep it. I want to spend it wisely and make it work for everybody, especially me. This, I'm telling you, Prop 74, Prop 72, it passed, so it is what it is. This looks like it's going to pass too, but we got to stop doing this. We really got to stop doing this half-ass, fly by the seat of your pants proposals. Oh, by the way, there's going to be a Hack Atom in Seoul 2022. Bro, it's almost over with 2022. You're just now asking and presenting this? I didn't even know. Did you guys know?
No.
And I know a lot. We're almost, it's freaking 7/15/2022. There's only 12 months in the year.
Why didn't they fund this like 4 months ago when the market was good?
Bro, this kind of stuff should be funded a year in advance.
Well, everybody knew the
poor
market's
habits.
going down. Like, why wouldn't you guys rushing on the spending then? I don't know. You know what I mean?
You gotta, and so when things, again, what did mama and dad always tell you? When things seem too good to be true, or, you know, when they're telling you don't worry about things, that's when you should be worrying about things. Like, bro, check your harness again when you're jumping out the plane. Triple check it. Check the guy that checked it. Don't just take people's word for it, and don't just go, okay, vote yes.
It looks like people are broke to me.
It looks like this is exactly what that looks like to me. I want people to come talk to me on this channel. Let's be real. Let's be open. Jelena, Zaki, Jake, Billy, all of you guys come as devs. I'll come to you as a businessman, as a business owner, as an investor, and let's talk about money management. Let's not talk about your protocols and stuff like that and you're developing and all that stuff. Let's talk about money management because you guys are asking for money. And right now, I didn't say it, but I'm going to be very honest with you. I agree. Looks like some people are broke. Sommelier is not doing very well. When was the last time you guys heard informal systems like doing anything crazy bullish out of their pockets or out of their expense for the ecosystem? I bet you guys don't even know what informal systems is.
This is what I was talking about last night, how I think there are people in the space that are maybe not tech, experts, but they can offer some business sense that will kind of synergistically work with all these different visionaries and tech people that are driving the space forward to kind of just make it more sustainable from a business and finance standpoint, and just overall just responsibility with the spending so that you're not continuously asking for more and more money, not having a plan for where it's going to go.
Builders love asking for money. Devs love asking for money. Builders build. They don't care. But we should care. We should care because it's the ecosystem that we have our money in. We need to
we're the investors.
Yeah, we're the investors. We're the board members. We're sitting on the table. We need to really stop listening to these people who don't give two schnapadoodles about how much you have in there and what you wanting to do or how this is affecting you short or long term. They just want to build. And hey, it's great. I'm not flooding you guys. You guys are builders. Let's just play our strengths and play our cards for what they are. I don't try to be I'm not a singer because I don't have the voice to sing. I'm not going to get on the stage and embarrass myself. I don't go out there and try to box Mike Tyson because I'm not that level of a boxer or fighter. Get my head knocked off. Let's stop pretending that we're these Renaissance men or women in this space just because you're a great developer. Be a developer.
Also, what I was mentioning about this the other day, why is there no initiative to get other projects in the ecosystem onto this funding campaign like Juno or
that's what I'm saying.
Osmosis? If they really, really, were actually trying to advertise for this hackathon, why is this all the effort? It seems like a money grab.
It's a super money grab. And it's because people are broke right now. Let's be real about it. Look at this. Look, I'm going to be...
what I'm thinking is one of the consequences of this bear market and the collapse of Terra is that automatically we should be able to spend money more efficiently as these teams and projects merge. Abandoned failing projects come together and get a higher, more concentration of people that are good working together versus sending money to all these different places only to see it still not be enough.
You know what the fucking hilarious part about everything is? They're all complaining and everybody's worried about Atom losing its relevancy or whatever. You know what I mean? Because nobody wants to finish the development or continue and people are wondering why. This is why.
Yeah, I can't.
You guys are doing it to yourselves.
Yeah, I can't help but think that you guys are your own worst enemies. I really can't help but think that. And I mean that in a very honest to God, genuine way, not a toxic. I'm not being toxic. Please, I know it sounds like it. I'm coming at you guys in a weird angle. I'm not. I'm just being a realist. I'm not a developer.
But the way it's being presented, it's just so half-ass. What is even happening? The dumpster fire meme I have?
Yeah.
What is even happening?
Yeah. But this is some. We're on the 1 hour, it looks great. It's pumping, right? This is some on the monthly. Oh, let's go on the daily, sorry. It looks like I don't pretend to be a dev. So I'm not going to I'm just going to politely ask, stop acting like your guys' title co-founder or project manager or whatever CEO means that you have any idea whatsoever about money management or business management. At all. That's a totally different skill set. I'm horrible at all of those other things. I'm really good at managing money. I don't pretend to do any of those other things. That's the thing that I think is irritating to me. Is they'll come on there, present these things and go, or just follow up with the CEO. You know how much CEO titles I have? Three of them. Do you ever hear me mentioning them? No, because they don't mean shit. Three.
You ever see that? You ever see that lecture where Elon Musk is talking to a whole room full of CEOs, and he tells them that it's a made up position.
Yeah.
So funny.
Co-founder.
They were horrified. They were horrified. It was so funny though.
Yeah. Take the power away from the position title, and then what the fuck are you? Like, you know, you're elected, or maybe you came up with yourself, you know, figurehead of the company. Like, I don't know. I just want to say, that's why I always say as well, like Maneki Cosmos, IBC Gang YouTube channel, IBC Gang Discord. It's not mine. I don't even consider it mine. I don't even think of it. I really don't think of it as mine. Yeah, I pay the bills. Yes, it's registered. I literally just got this from the Department of Revenue and all this other stuff because it's an LLC. I pay for it. But the way in my mind, guys, it's everybody's here. Because I don't mean shit. None of this means, I'm sorry, I'm not getting monetized YouTube. Like I always tell you guys are the most important people, right? Like, bro, come on. Like, I don't know. I'm going on a rant. Like, this stuff got to stop, though, man.
It's a good rant.
It does have to stop, man. And I invite all, like,
I don't know. On top of the stuff with that Jacob's combating, it's like,
yeah. It makes me think about. I was gonna say that earlier, but I forgot. Like, you know, even more and more about what Jacob has been dealing with, and you know the things that Jay have said in the past. Like, again, why did Ping leave? Ignite? Like, there's so many unanswered. Like, what the hell?
Why is there 3 Tendermints? Yeah. Why is there 3 Tendermint foundations? It's there's 3 different Twitter accounts.
Well, you know the main reason, right? Like, people don't talk about, like, with Jay too. Like, I'm not gonna get it because I don't know. I'm like, obviously, right, just off the bits and pieces of stuff that I've been able to piece together. And it's obviously, I have no right to say any of this stuff just as an investor and spectator of what's transpired. But from what I gather, it's just it was an inside push. It was a disagreement between the inner circle and an inside push to get him out because certain individuals wanted to go one way and certain individuals didn't. And it's just kind of hard to think, like, is this again what's playing out right now? But now, you know, we're having it transpire by our own hands. It's like we're stabbing ourselves in the gut. And we know better, but we, like, you know, we're being influenced from the outside to keep doing it because of these proposals. Like, you'll be a better person if you vote
I don't
yes.
even understand why Adam is even considered danger of being irrelevant. If, like, they were doing a good job, that wouldn't even be a conversation right now.
Bro, you know what I've said? You know, I've said a million times before. The Atom token, well, the whole thing, the Atom Hub, all this other, like, innovating things to drive value for the hub and for the Atom token. Like, we gotta have price appreciation for both of them. We have value accrual, yada 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 yada. Don't listen to that shit. Don't listen to that stuff. Atom was absolutely fine without any of that stuff. If we would have just stuck to putting out interchain security and just maintain the integrity and security of the hub, we don't have to have and just SDK. and just routinely upgrade when necessary the SDK.
Maybe do something crazy, like make it so that validators and relayers can run on the same machine.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Just normal maintenance and update stuff, just with interchain security or shared security. Sorry, so many different ways people say this stuff. Shared security. Just that alone would have been great. And then just again, being able to have what we already have before Lido and all this other stuff. Like, we would have had liquid staking. We would have had all this stuff. We wouldn't have to, like, we saw Atom run up without all of this stuff, right? Without all of this stuff to $40-something.
Oh, dude, did you see the post I made about Quicksilver announcing that they're gonna have their liquidity protocol on Osmosis?
Nice.
I reached out to them. immediately. I was like, hey, keep me on the radar. I would love to talk about what that will look like for the end user because
Well, they're going to take over like the liquid staking for the whole ecosystem, and then Adam's going to be like the odd man again. It's going to be the same. It seems like another Emery situation with the Dexes, and then Sunny and
I,
Osmosis.
I just I just want to know what it will
Smells like
look
it.
like and what will be some of the risks, even if they're minor, to liquid staking. Because if I had to choose one over the other, I think the superfluid staking is less likely for the prices to decouple in like a
Liquid staking, I think, is a bad habit. I'll just say it. Like it's innovative and yes, it's going to drive the ecosystem, and it might obviously drive some price appreciation for certain things in because people are speculative. People are degen at heart, right? People are going to freaking over leverage, no matter how much I or anybody else always says conservative.
Yeah, but the
stuff.
value accrual from that is so
Yeah.
later.
Yeah,
You know what I
it
mean?
is a very delayed thing as well, but it's a very unhealthy practice, and I would much rather,
yeah.
see superfluid. I think that even I don't even superfluid stake that much, guys. I just don't. Like I've said it before, I just don't. Like I'm a very conservative degen. I like to stick to certain ways of doing that, and I don't like to stick my neck out when I don't need to. I like to also not just stick my neck out. I like to remain fluid when I need to. The whole thing with Anchor and why a lot of people lost a lot of money with Anchor is because they couldn't move. They were not fluid, right? You couldn't move.
Right.
Yeah.
And
They can mint as much as they want with
yeah,
no lock.
yeah, but like
I want to know if there's ever going to be a chain where the unbonding period is like 24 hours because we wouldn't need liquid staking, and there are other chains that already have this. It's not like
Well,
it's that special.
Osmosis has 1 day.
No, I'm talking about for staking.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well, the security. They say it's a security issue, but in reality,
Cardano does it.
Well, Cardano does it, and Cardano takes a lot of heat for having virtually no decentralized finance activity on their chain. But that's their base model, right? I could spend my tokens that are staked and collecting rewards.
Well, it's not that they don't have any DeFi; it's that it doesn't work.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, their chain just needs several upgrades to handle volume, and it's just that's why I like Cardano NFTs because they are so far ahead of DeFi in terms of what's being developed there, and the DeFi is almost non-existent, and some of the tokenomics for these native assets just don't look great. I think a lot of Cardano people that have no experience outside Cardano, they got wrecked with these X tokens and
yeah.
screwing around with native assets that just people made them, and it looks like they just made them for fun. It's just but anyway, back to IBC. I would love to have an option where I could just spend my tokens, or maybe a percentage of them are available for immediate use, because I think with we saw this with stable coins. The prices don't necessarily have to be, have to match the original asset that the derivative is designed to mimic. Anything can happen with this liquid staking. It doesn't even need to be a black swan event, I don't think. It could be a result of maybe low volume, low liquidity,
It
and
could
all
be
that.
it could be a number of things. That's why I don't like it. That's again like when you bring in another variable, you're just setting yourself up to more exposure for risk, right? And so like
Yeah.
I get it, and like other people get it too. Like there's a saying, no risk, no reward, or no glory without sacrifice. Like people are gonna degen, like no matter how much you can, but like I do want to say also, Adam, like I've goofed off in the Cardano dexes. They are what they are. I don't think they work bad, but like
Well, the chain itself that they're built on is just super slow and
Yeah.
expensive, right? Just because it's 25 cents for a transaction, you only can do one swap a week. That sounds great. But what if you're a professional trader and you want to do 100 transactions in an hour? That 25 cents adds up.
Well, yeah, that's that's what I was talking about later, Jay. Appreciate you coming in, man. That's what I was talking about earlier. Like when you look at osmosis, I use this example so many times before, like especially earlier on. And hell, you could even do it right now. Like, man, I was making killings, not as much on this other exchange, but with the Kosh movements lately and stuff like that. Like there's relatively no, like the great things about some of these, when you're talking about DeFi, ooh, this is a good topic. Actually, let's actually expand and kind of maybe pivot and go this way, because this is a really good topic, and I don't think I express this enough. But when you're like, guys, when I'm talking about making moves in DeFi and being conservative, the only places that I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna be very transparent and honest with you guys. Like we are IBC, but I'm looking at different ecos like Cardano and all these other like places. Like if they have something that might be interesting or that might have these check boxes that I'm about to tell you guys for me to check off, like I'm gonna go there, right? But the great thing about Osmosis is it has a lot of different protocols, right? So again, I always talk about the ability to be fluid. Like there's a lot for me to swap in and out of. There's a lot of liquidity here. There was a lot more prior, but like there's still a good amount of liquidity here for me to kind of jump in and out. And I also have variations of stable coins as well for me to be diversified and safe about. And then again, the cost and the speed is next to nothing, and it's really, really fast, right? So like, as you're talking about, as Cosmos DeFi was talking about being a trader or being somebody that, is really making these moves, like the great thing and the place that I want to be is somewhere like Osmosis instead of like the Cardano dexes that they have up there, because one, they don't have as many protocols for me to be jumpy or leapfroggy on. The cost is still not as cheap. Like it's kind of hard because you compare, right? Like you're just always going to compare. But if I'm just looking at face value, it's not bad, but you're always going to compare because that's the name of the game. So like, I'm going to go
the tokenomics is completely different on Cardano, and the layer one tokenomics, this super low inflation, that might be a great hedge against these high inflation IBC tokens. And that's one of the reasons why I like holding it.
Yeah.
Until I'm willing to put my chips in the middle on one token, I feel like inflation, obviously a lot of them are coming from external rewards and all that. But one of the reasons why we're in crypto in the first place is because of the inflation on our fiat currencies. But then, we're happy to ape into these triple digit staking rewards, not caring about where the money's actually, or if it even is money, where it's coming from.
It's so funny. I was just trying to explain this to somebody else, I think like a couple of days ago. It's like how we complain about inflation and fiat money, but like we are all about inflation in crypto. Like that's our main focus.
It seems like we're accumulating a lot, but in a year from now, some of these tokens might have, a 30, 50, even higher percent increase in the circulating supply, and the market cap might be exactly the same. So what did you really do there? Against yourself, you accumulated more tokens, but the value might be exactly the same. But it's hard
Which
to
wouldn't be
explain
bad. Like even if the value is still the same, like that's kind of what I was saying about Juno. Like before I used to do this, I'm not going to show you guys my overall bags and stuff like that. And that's kind of like why I've always said about Juno, even before Juno launched, like, I'm a money management kind of guy, right? Like I look at like the short, long, I look at the immediate, short, long, and like the good and the bad, worst case scenarios and best case scenario kind of thing, right? So like when you look at Juno right now, this is a daily chart, basically shows you everything. Like I was lucky enough, not only did I get the drop, right, but like I bought about everything that I bought was between $3 and $3.50, I think, right around there. And I bought a lot of it. And I was already able to take profits on everything when it ran up.
Me 155 EVMOS. I don't know. I think it might
that was mine. That's mine. I dropped it the other day. If you found that in the grocery store, that's mine. I dropped it. Has my name in the wallet.
I think it's for the moderating I'm doing.
There you go. But no, like, so and I bought enough of it with the high inflation, right? Or high annualized rewards being at 40 and stuff like that right now. And I was smart enough because you guys know I always take profits, right? Like I actually took profits entirely when it reached about $15. So like on the dip, like right now, everything is house money already. But like, even if it wasn't, I could, with the inflation rate and as much as I've already gotten back, I've already tripled my initial like amount. And so even if the price were even as it's now, I'm still like, it's hard to believe, but I'm still way in profits. But I had to have done that earlier on to I could, like, it would never have happened. None of that would have been like able if I did it anywhere throughout here, right? Like anywhere throughout here. The only reason it's good for me is because I did it literally right when it came out, and it dropped down like literally right when it came out. I think I caught it like it was like somewhere between here and here, like right between here. And so like I'm still vastly ahead, and the price is the same, but I was able to accumulate more. So, you know, and I was able to recognize my initial profit, my initial investment, and then some profits on top of that. So it's like free and clear. I got house money tripled over from what I initially spent. You can't get any better, right? So yeah, like there's some things to worry about with your protocols, and then it's all about timing and positioning. You know, when you're reviewing them. So like, yeah, you do have to think about all that stuff though. I thought that was a really interesting thing you said, Cosmos DeFi. Like, you got to think about like, if you bought it anywhere here and then you're just holding it, you know, did you really get ahead even with high inflation? Like everybody's chasing that.
What you hope is you at least kept up with inflation, and it gives you time to, you know, it gives you time to formulate a better strategy with the changing market conditions. It gives you time to evaluate what mistakes you made, not taking profits or taking too little profits, whatever it might be. But if you just hold the Juno token on osmosis and you just let it sit there, that's the worst thing you could do. Staking is definitely not the worst thing you can do. It's probably the best thing if you don't know what else, you know, what else to do in the market. So I'm just saying overall, you're not really crushing it just because you're staking it, you know, high APR. Everyone's doing that. So you're just keeping up, right?
Yeah,
you're keeping up.
You're just pacing with everybody else. That's all you're
In
doing.
the end, you need price appreciation. Otherwise, you know, because think about this. Let's say you have 100% staking rewards. You should double your position in a year without compounding, right?
Yeah.
What if it sells off 50% in a week?
Yeah. Then you didn't
There's
keep
no
up.
amount. There's no amount of compounding that you could possibly do.
Yeah.
So even the U.S. dollar at 9% inflation, if you think that's the number, is way better than a 50% loss in a week. You know, so and again, it's a lot of it's psychological because you see numbers, and you know, if you're like me, you remember, you know, in the early 2000s. You could put your money in like a 6-month CD and get like 5-6%, which was beautiful.
I remember that.
Right? I remember putting paycheck after paycheck and having every 6 months, you know, being able to cash it out, and it was like a revolving door. Most people that are in crypto have never even had a savings account because it's not worth it. You just have a checking account because what are you going to get? 0.001%? Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
You're losing 10% by putting it. But yeah, the inflation thing is I mean, I don't know. It's tough because you asked me on a different day, I'll give you a different.
People were talking about that recently, though, and I think actually I should have. You know what? You know, it'd be really good. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to get this ice pack from sliding down my back. Gonna be a really good conversation, and I'm really excited about it. I have Spark IBC and Timmy coming on the show on Monday, guys. That actually probably would be a really good conversation to have, is because I know a lot of people are talking about, like, you know, especially with IBC in the Cosmos ecosystem, right? Like, that's basically what we do, right? We're all chasing these airdrops and then chase, you know, these compounding high inflation schedules and all this other stuff. Like, everybody's chasing that. But is it, and a proof of stake network, is it the actual best way for an ecosystem to develop long term? And I thought it was they went, I forget who it was, but I forget the points that they were making and the discussion within from all the people that were partaking in the discussion was really, really intriguing to me, because like initially, right, like the first year of development for all of these stuff, right, with high inflations and all, if they have them, they're great for the average investor. But like Cosmos just said, at some point, you like the only way to win is to have price appreciation, and then to know when to realize that price appreciation, right? Like, so like I was just saying with Juno, like the only way it worked for me and why it's still so great for me is I was smart enough and I was lucky enough, like all of us, right, to see price appreciation for Juno. And like, you know, I was taking profits. I took my initial investment over here, like I said, at 15-ish around there, with some profits. And then like, obviously, like when it hit certain levels of resistance, I was like, okay, I'm going to start taking a little bit out. I was compounding when it was down. It came up. always be taking profits when it's coming up, right? Don't be the liquidity, be the person selling into liquidity. So like, again, I didn't do a lot of selling, but I definitely recognized profits and was making sure I was a winner while this happened right here. And then it popped up again. And I was like, oh snap. Okay. We're hitting resistance. We're coming down again. We hit resistance, coming down again. I need to be taking profits again, ensuring that I'm a winner. Not everything, right? Same thing like with EVMOS. Like I said, some days I just roll straight into compounding. The next day it's full profits. And the next day it's 50-50. And then maybe the next day with Juno, I rolled some more Atom. Like, you know, it was great. Like I made so much Atom with Juno, just rolling it in on the 4th day. But you have to have a game plan. You have to be smart enough to realize those profits when price does appreciate while you're getting those super high annualized rewards or inflation schedule dumped on you for the first, you know, for Juno 3 years. Like, again, it's just there's a number of things that go into it, but you got to be mindful about that kind of stuff. I still love Juno. Still love Juno. Loving EVMOS right now. But yeah,
EVMOS has been a cash cow for me. I have not compounded anything. I've just built a stable coin position.
Well,
and,
I'm just getting to 1,000 coins, and then I'm going to feed all the interest into something else.
Yeah, if you guys weren't taking like it straight into a stable or swapping it into whatever you were really bullish on, like say Atom or more whatever that you really wanted, some more secret or something like that, or Juno, like yeah, like you only can blame yourself. Like basically EVMOS gave all of us for about, what is it, 2 months now?
It saved us from this like little dip, or not little, but you know.
I would have never predicted a $2 price right now. I would have thought, you know, I don't even know what the market.
Well, they said they took into an account the tokenomics with the inflation rate, but it seems like the majority of coins is going to be sitting in the community pool, which is not the best thing either. So
the interesting dynamic was the only 22% airdrop claim. So on one hand, it's been great for people that were able to get that airdrop early. But also from a marketing standpoint,
failure.
Why didn't we hit all these Ethereum wallets properly? It's tough.
Well, man. Yeah, they had
a lot of those wallets that they identified for airdrop may have just been abandoned.
You know what's crazy? The timing was awful. Like if DYDX would have announced before EVMOS started that they were coming over, we would be talking a different story.
Well, it's market conditions though, right? Like you got to think about it. Like, so not just did they have their own fumbles with their own launch and stuff like that. Like
Ethereum wasn't looking at Cosmos yet.
Well, that, and then like, you got to remember, like, okay, so the whole premise behind the drop, right, was a wreck drop. Like all these people that got wrecked, you got to understand, you just took a snapshot of like everybody who capitulated and said, fuck it, I'm done. I don't ever want to look back. I'm done. Like, so we're talking about this number of drops, but that could be people that have $50, $20 to, you know, $5,000. And that range is so freaking wide when you're talking about that, you know, and not everybody, I'll probably say 95% of people that's in that snapshot is gone. They're gone because they don't want any more to do this. They don't believe. I have a buddy who's a multimillionaire in Hawaii and I love him to death. An old classmate of mine sends me a message and I've told him, and Andrew, I'll say it. You don't know him. It's Andrew. I'll say your name. I feel like he sends me even when I was talking, when everything was running, I was like, don't overextend. Don't go batshit crazy. Like, I know, like, this is what I have, but don't compare, whatever. He did it anyway, right? Like, he bought some bullish stuff too. He's got Atom. He had Crow at the time, and it's stuff that you could stake. Like, you know, like all kinds of stuff that you could earn passively and stuff like that. Has he staked? No. Has he done anything with it? No. Is he at a, like, $100,000 loss? He sends me these messages all the time. It was the worst thing I could have ever done. Worst thing, you know, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, you only have yourself to blame. I know people who are they want nothing to do with crypto at all, and they're gone. And you're like, the wreck drop was based on those people. So like for them to say, why didn't everybody claim? They're fucking gone. They're all gone. That's the simple of it. They're all gone. Nobody, like from Ethereum. How many times did Ethereum get hacked? People get wrecked from Ethereum. Yeah, it sounds great. Like let's just help all these people that got murdered. Well, what happens when you get murdered? You're not around anymore. You're dead. You're gone. Like, I don't understand. Like it's I don't think it's surprising. It's definitely one of the underlying reasons why, like, you know, EVMOS is held up so great for us. But there does, like Rich said, have other consequences. Like all of it's going to go into community pool. That's not necessarily a good thing too. But like, it's really unique. It's definitely really unique, and it definitely didn't help that they fumbled the ball with their launch and with their, you know, things or their updates running very smoothly. So it's kind of crazy. Like, I just don't understand why people like don't see that. Like, it was a wreck drop to people who got wrecked, people that didn't want to touch cooties again. Like, they got cooties. They don't want it again. Like, you could give anybody that. Yeah, they just tell anybody like, hey.
And it was a good idea. I thought it was great.
It was a great idea, but yeah, once you get herpes, you don't want herpes again. Like, hey,
it's some of that sweet Ethereum Moonboy money over here in IBC. But no, I still think what EVMOS is doing, it puts it in a category of its own within IBC. And I think even if you're one of those people that just hates Ethereum and you want to talk trash about Ethereum, you have to keep your eye on EVMOS because you don't know what's going to come over here. We look at what they've got already between the NFT marketplace and the 5 different dexes, right?
Yeah.
If they do get a fork of Aave over here, which was already voted on, I don't know how complicated it is to actually follow through, but you'll have a pretty sweet NFT marketplace, a bunch of dexes and lending protocol on EVMOS. That's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. I have to keep watching it. Like I will never cash out.
Have you guys? Did you guys, Grits, and did you guys sell the vast majority of you guys' airdrop? Did you guys just roll it, or also you guys in chat? Did you guys buy more, or did you guys sell off your airdrop? What did you guys do?
I bought more. I got my airdrop. I bought an extra 100, staked it with Orbital Apes, and I've been cashing out every penny of the rewards every 3 to 4 days, and I actually cashed out a whole bunch of rewards when it was over $3.50, which was sweet. And I basically, in my head, I'm like, I need a stablecoin position. Let me build my stablecoin position, and then I did buy some NFTs that I normally wouldn't have bought with it. So
it's a great way to do it. Everybody needs a stablecoin position. Really.
My overall plan was when the staking rewards go below, let's say 200%. I am going to unbond some and possibly sell it with the intention of buying back because I do think we'll see a much lower market cap for this.
Could be. Could. Yeah, so, definitely.
And if I don't, I can always buy back more expensive because who cares? I already cashed out all these rewards I cashed out. So it's the first airdrop I think I played properly, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It took a bunch. It took a bunch of mismanaging airdrops to learn the hard way.
Yeah, I think it's just really interesting. I'm reading everybody else. What's up, Charles? What's up, Opa? A lot of other people selling. Yeah, they just are saying they sold or they keep selling rewards. It's really interesting. There's much selling pressure from the rewards from people. Like it's such an interesting thing. Still holding strong. Still holding really, really strong. Yeah, I got a pretty good position. I got a pretty good position in EVMOS as well. It's nice. It's nice when you can make like 200 EVMOS every single day off of rewards.
Oh, of course. Can we segue into Maneki a little bit?
Yeah, for sure.
I did buy my Maneki with EVMOS rewards, so that was a. I feel like I was trading value for value there. I was talking to Grits before you came on, and I know like the first day or two is probably nerve-wracking, but now it's just probably whatever with the mint, right? You're just back into your normal groove. I would like to see a Maneki meetup, maybe not a stream, but just kind of like a meetup where we could talk about things, not talk about just general things, community building, getting to know each other on like Zoom or something.
Yeah.
With some bourbon drinks at hand.
And, we need to do
price talk, no proposal drama. Just have like a Maneki meetup with some whiskey drinks, and maybe we could start off with some educational material where I make an old fashioned.
I'm making it old fashioned. Oh my gosh.
With whatever I have on hand, even though it's never an orange, or I could do whether it be a grapefruit or pineapple or whatever. But I would love to have a bourbon meetup to see who the Maneki holders are, because I think the way you did your mint was really smart to get people that will actually hold your product for a long period of time and trust the way. I really like the way you did your mint, I have to say.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm going to do, guys? Give me what? You know what we're going to do here?
Want to hear something funny?
Sunday early evening bourbon Maneki powwow would be awesome, or any night of the week. I'm free every night, but whatever the community wants to do, and then maybe eventually the community can just do this without you, and we could have some productive community
Guys,
building.
you guys don't even
Because I
know
think
like where we're gonna go. This is such a great idea.
I think it's important, man, to just let the community be a community, even if you can't be present all the time because you do so much already. I would love that to be an ongoing thing, even if it's only once or twice a month. It would be great during a bear market to just have some positive vibes and some bourbon.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys something right now. There is, I think that's a great idea. I've been there's one per whitelist, right? I got one. I got one Maneki, and I haven't done this yet because on the public sale you can have a max of 4. I know a couple of you guys bought more than one, which is great. I absolutely love it. Would it be weird if I buy and have 5 Manekis? If I buy 4,
You could open a wallet for your kids. That's what I would do.
I want to know from everybody else too, because I won't do it if you guys think that's weird.
I like when creators buy their own product. I mean, you're showing that it's worth the money that you're charging for it. I
Yeah,
don't
but
think
it's about tact. You gotta get into it. You want to be fair to everybody else, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta
What
have
if,
like.
what if you
other
bought
people.
one per week that the mint was open for? You now you have skin in the game as well, or at least
Well,
on
already
paper.
like on the whitelist, like I had to buy it too, right? Like
Oh! I thought you meant you didn't buy. Okay,
no,
I see what you're saying.
no, everybody had to buy a Maneki the same way.
Well, here's
There's
the thing. This is what a lot of creators do, and it's a strategy that maybe it works sometimes. They just hold back a certain percent and they create like this project whale wallet. I would rather see
nope,
a minimal or
nope,
no whale
not gonna
wallet
do that.
and the creator, um, because you're part of the
It's
community
got to be
too.
fair to everybody.
If you've got one, you're in just like us, right? And I think it's I like when the creators are buying,
All right,
because the NFTs are going to have a life of their own, right? They're not your NFTs. They're everyone's NFTs.
everybody's NFTs. That's why I'm asking. There's because it's everybody's project right now.
I would be interested to see what the community thinks. I would like to see like the two extremes. Either no, you should not buy more than one, or yes, you should buy as many as you want. And I would like, I'm open to both. And um, yeah, I think if they're for sale and you have stars tokens, you should be allowed to buy whatever you want with as many wallets as you want. It's just a matter of the way you set up your mint. We talked about this on my interview with you. You care more about who mints your project, right? You don't care. You don't want the one person minting 10% of the supply and then trying to flip it.
Yeah, well, that's why I said there's only 4. Like you can only have a max of 5. If you and the only way you can do that is if you actually got on a whitelist and then you printed 4 more on the public sale. Like right, like that's the only way. The vast majority of people that come in after the whitelist, if you weren't there, you're only gonna have 4. So like I tried my best to because it's not about. It really is. Like I don't want, like you said, I don't want somebody to game it and like buy all of it speculatively and then like try to control stuff that way. Hold on one second.
I think that Google Meet idea would get people face to face and or PFP to PFP, however people roll, and I think it'd be great.
Oh, we're definitely
See who's home, because you might be pleasantly surprised with certain people who bought in.
Oh, we're definitely. Hold on, I'm sending some Adam right now. Actually, so I'm sending some Adam right now to.
Yeah, speaking of sending Adam, I actually thought I screwed up and I sent a bunch of Adam to Coinbase and I didn't put in the memo to Coinbase and I freaked out and I was like, oh my God.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then
Coinbase makes you put in that memo, or you have to check that. You have to check that you don't want the memo in there.
Well, you have to put in a memo for the exchange when you're sending it to it. But I was freaking out and I'm about to email them and then it showed up in my account anyway. I was like, you don't need the memo? Like what? I'm putting it in the whole time and you don't need it. But
Don't forget to stop by for IVC Lounge. I have it on my stuff. I literally thought I was late today, Gabe. I thought it was from 1 to 12 or 12 to 1. What do I have on my calendar today that's 12 to 1? Staking Cosmos Twitter Space 12 to 1 p.m. That's it, right? Don't confuse me. I know that's it. That better be it because I'm coming to that. All right, give me 1 second. We might print 4 of them right now. I think a vast majority of people are saying it's fine.
Oh, Jimmy can join, but I just
No.
wouldn't let him talk.
If Jimmy comes, I'm headhunting him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sick of that fucker.
Yeah, me too.
I'm just gonna say it. I'm sick of that fucker. Like, sorry, YouTube. Not sorry. This is an adult conversation. You can't come around and say, I want the best and be a troll all the time.
Still remember the quote was,
You'd be surprised at how many people across rooms complain at me when he comes on. I'm not even kidding.
the first time I dealt with him on Spaces, I was getting DMs from 3 different people, and there were only like 15 people in the space. And it was like,
they're like, why is this guy here?
It was Rusty and somebody else. It might have been you. And I was just like, all right, I gotta, like, he is so good at incrementally moving the conversation off topic that you don't really realize how far away you are from the original
Oh, he does it to himself. He can't talk about his own project. He just goes and do some fucking stories that make
he
no
makes
sense.
himself the director of conversation about everything but his own project, and it's pretty. I think it's amazing to watch.
People just keep asking him about what his project does, and he just keeps telling stories. Like,
because his product's crap. His product's crap.
It's actually a copy of something else, but
yeah, because it's crap. Sorry. Just give me 1 second. We're moving Adam over here, guys. Converting it into stars. Like, I want to do stuff for the community too, right? Like, what? I don't fucking care. What if the stuff that we mint here? Because, like, the one thing that, like, if I get a super rare one, I don't want to keep it.
What, are you gonna like raffle it?
I don't know. Like, maybe.
Everybody always wonders what would happen if they got a super rare one, and then they never get that.
Well, because
mathematically, it's not worth your time to dream about getting the most rare NFT. It's so fun to think about, though.
No, there's not going to be a governance imbalance if you have 5 or more Manekis.
It'll go. I think it's just always fun to mint and watch someone else mint. So let's. I can't. You're gonna mint one right now.
I'm gonna mint 4 more if I can.
All right. Well, if you get a, well, we'll see. It's up to you. You own it.
Okay. Yeah.
Lil Gain said, "Stop by tonight for the IBC Gang Lounge." And what time is that? On
9 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, beautiful! Because I don't go out. I don't go out anymore, so that's gonna be great. And I got some beers in the fridge that I forgot to drink yesterday, so this will be fun.
So we gotta go there. Okay. What am I asking? Let's withdraw it. This is why I can't wait for ICS. So I could do all this in one. I don't have to go here and then go here and then go here and then move it back here so I can go onto the stars gaze and do stuff. Oh my gosh, it takes so long.
Oh, I can feel the future of how it's going to be.
So can I, and it's going to be beautiful. I'm going to love it.
Can I just quick ask about that EVMOS proposal for adding external incentives to the EVMO Osmos pool? The whole catalyst for that is the fact that the staking rewards are so high, there's no liquidity on osmosis, right? That's just what it is. Because I'm looking now. I see.
The staking rewards are going to stay high too if they don't get rid of some of the community pool somehow. And that's good for the initial investors, but horrible for your project as far as advertisement.
Lots of stablecoin pools have nice rewards, and I guess people are gun shy about locking up tokens. It looks like because overall liquidity on osmosis is so low. I remember the liquidity on osmosis just in pool number 1. The amount of liquidity, I don't think it reached $1 billion, but it was like over $500 million, I believe, at one point. It was more total value locked in that one Atom Osmo pool than I listed the chains on my Twitter combined. It was like Algorand, Cardano, Ethereum Classic, all of these OG layer ones. One pool on Osmosis had more total value locked than all of them combined. It's pretty awesome.
There we go. I think I just printed off 3 extra.
I got rid of all my LPs.
So, by the way, Gaines, Eric was, like, he messaged me. I apologize, Eric. Eric was one of them from Cosmos Spaces that actually got screwed off the whitelist. So I did send him earlier.
Oh, wow, really?
The difference. Yeah, I sent him the difference. He messaged me early this morning or late last night. I saw it early this morning. I got up like immediately and was like, here's the difference. So, all right. So I don't know how much, how much did I just print off? Oh, we can do it one more time. Can we do it one more time? Error. I think I spent it all. Did I spend it all? I think I did already. All right. Let's see. Look at all these loopy lorises. Maybe I just ask him. Oh!
We have to wait 30 seconds to see it.
Oh! That is a super, super rare one.
Well, you're lucky.
That is.
Damn, I jinxed it. Oh,
no,
I like you.
I don't want to keep it. I don't want to keep it.
Oh, you got the one with the 1-to-1 background, that Brent one.
I don't want to keep it. I don't want to, dude. That's.
Wow, it's got the IBC gang eyes.
It's
you of all
super
people. Yeah, you guys all missed out. You could have minted this one just now.
That was that one. What, like it was like 2 behind.
Yeah,
This
everybody.
one, this one. So it was like, just needed to mint 2 more. No, because was this the one I just? How does it fall?
Also, that's like the Stargaze one. That's crazy.
Oh, it was because I had this one from the mint from the whitelist, and it was the first one. Whoever could have, anybody could have just minted this. It was right out, like, this was 135, 136, 137. Anybody could have just minted this. This is super rare. There's only one other one that's as rare as this, or more rare, and it's the golden Maneki with the atom.
Does someone have it?
No.
No one has it yet.
This is, I think, the rarest one that I've seen. Ooh. I don't want to have it. I don't want to have it.
Hold it and think of a good use for it.
Yeah, we got to,
I just want one that I want Jacobs.
It could be someone that wins a contest gets to trade one of theirs for one of yours, something like that.
I minted mine second few hours ago. Oh, fuck all over. Wow.
I like that you have number 1.
Oh, dude! Oh my god! I was trying so hard. We were starting the stream. And actually, if you go back, watch a couple streams ago, you can see me going live, and it goes blah. And I minted it right when we went live, and I was like, oh my gosh, having indigestion. I can't believe I never get rare anythings, and I got it on my own stupid project.
That's what I said. I like you have almost no chance of getting a rare one, but it's fun to dream about it. And then when you do it, you're already trying to give it away.
Yeah,
I'm going through the gauntlet to trade the
it.
one I want. I've traded mine twice so far, and I'm waiting for Jacob to do the final trade that the one I want.
You know, I don't like trading, and I guess I would trade, but I when I mint something, I just usually like it right away, and I don't want to give it up.
No, dude, I want the black one with with the pink and the rainbow.
Guys,
I have such a hoarder's mentality.
Jump in our Discord or follow me on Twitter here, because we got to figure out. I don't know how I'm going to do. I'm staring at the screen. I don't know how I'm going to do, because I don't want to keep it. I really don't want to keep this. This is what it.
I got a good one for you, Tank. What about the next X amount of people that mint? If you draw like their number, they get to trade with you whatever they minted for whatever you got.
Nah, because what about all of you guys? Like, I don't want all of you guys that also minted.
That's too bad for us. We suck, man.
No.
We could have minted it.
You know what's funny? I still like mine better than yours because it's mine. Isn't that such a terrible? Like
No,
it's like Full Metal Jacket, right?
yeah,
When I get Jacobs, I still wouldn't
mine.
even trade it. I wouldn't
There are
even
many.
trade it.
This is my Maneki. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
I'm gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. We'll figure it out in the Discord. We'll figure it out on Twitter somehow, some way. Yeah. We're gonna try to figure this out. Wow, I just wanted to have it for the project, but
I think next 10 wallets that mint get a 1 out of 10 chance of being selected for a trade. Something like that.
I'll let the community decide. I'll let the community decide this.
Well, whoever makes the fastest old fashioned on Zoom gets it.
Yeah.
Pick a number from 1 to 137. That's funny. He might pick number 1 and win again.
Yeah, I'm gonna just
Buy some scratch off tickets today, man.
Maybe we could use it to incentivize like more minting and stuff like that. But like also at the same time, like I don't want to encourage like degen-y stuff. Like if you guys like if that's it, then yeah. We'll figure it out. I don't know. That's amazing though. Holy shit. Well, at least like it's there. It's possible. I was getting kind of like, I knew they were rare. Like obviously I talked to Rusty them and all that stuff. Like I was like, look, we haven't seen any like backgrounds yet or like, you know, the Atom ones in there. I know, by the way, I put it out there. We'll put out the rarity soon. I know like how rare they are. Super rare. Like, and what I wanted to make, I didn't want to make like some BS project where it's like, oh, these are rare. And then like 10 people have them back to back to back to back to back. Or like 100 people have them. Like they're rare. Like when I say they're rare, they're rare. But yeah, it's nice to actually see it's there. We're going to give this away somehow, some way though. Ooh. Wait, can I not buy another one? I have 10,000 stars. Why is it not letting me buy another one? Is it saying that I got too lucky and I can't? Is that what it's telling me? No, it's saying I can. Should I print off another one? Right, I should print off.
Do it up.
Watch, I'll get the gold one. Come on, gold one. Oh, print it. Print it. Excuse me. Maybe I can justify this and just say, why is this saying error? Oh, excuse me, max minting limit. Yeah, so I maxed it. Okay. Okay, whatever. Because I hold 4 in my wallet. That's right. Yeah. Oh, so I was actually I said it wrong. It's 4, not 5. Sorry, I was getting too excited about minting. Well, frick. I'm still excited. I can't believe I got that. Well, I'll just have to buy something else with my stars, I guess. What else is out? What else is out right now? Did anything launch or is it later today? It's later today, isn't it? We'll look for it later today.
There's a huge well, I wouldn't say huge, but there's a nice event Stargaze today at 3:00. I
was gonna say there's another stuff for tomorrow.
They snuck an early mint through without advertising it, and someone was able to buy all 6 of the audio-visual NFTs for like $170.
What?
There was only 10 bundles got dropped onto Stargaze Launchpad, and if you were paying attention and you were able to pull the trigger fast enough, you would have got one of each of all 6 projects, which I think is really cool price for something that could be looked at as an event one day. Like you look back on it, you're like, yeah, this was the first audio-visual NFT set of collections, something like that.
Yeah. Huh.
On other chains, they really look back on historic NFT mints quite a bit, especially Cardano. Their first 10K collection is just a PFP collection. It's the highest floor price of any of the couple thousand NFTs, and it's only because it has historical value to the chain.
I'll tell you right now, all of you Maneki holders are gonna love it. Love it. If you guys don't think that this isn't a long-term thing, y'all got another thing coming.
Tank, you know what we need? We need to add utility to the Meneki so that when I come to Nashville, I get like half off drinks at Luke Bryant's bar or something like that. Or Jason Aldean's happy hour, I get like half off by showing my Meneki.
I'll get you guys in. Don't worry, I got connections out here.
You must have connections. I know, like
I do actually.
one of my cousins went to church because he went to Vanderbilt and he went to church and damn, what was that country singer's name? The very tall, Blake Shelton was sitting next to him, and he left his sunglasses. And my cousin ended up with Blake Shelton's sunglasses, looking for him outside the church to give him back his sunglasses.
Bro, you know how many famous people I see on a daily here? There's a lot of famous people that live out here in Nashville, like in the surrounding area. I don't live in Nashville, but the surrounding area.
I used to listen to a lot of podcasts, and now it happens to be that a bunch of them now live in Nashville. It's like I used to listen to Dave Ramsey. I listened to
Dave Ramsey has a building right down the road over here, dude.
That guy, I just love the way he talks to the audience on it. I haven't listened to one of his podcasts in a while, but he is just a good, entertaining guy.
His family members come to my wife's dental office.
Oh, cool, cool.
It's really funny.
His
little. I can't. Nope, I can't say that because that's HIPAA. Anyway, I can't actually say that. That's HIPAA. It's pretty funny though. Hey guys, I actually noticed the time. It's almost 11:30. I do actually have to go because I do have to run onto this other spaces. I like what Matt said right here. Incentivize mint, but do it after it closes. 1 entry per real person. Need to have minted a Meneki and present known seen Discord in live stream Twitter interactions. Yeah, we're gonna figure that out, guys. If you guys haven't already, drop by in our Discord. Like, we would love to have you guys over there. Follow us on Twitter. Here, actually, I can't say that stuff and not show you guys.
That's a good idea. Like, to incentivize minting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is my personal. I do this. I admittingly, I need to hire somebody to do the IBC gang Twitter. It has more followers, but I don't ever use it as much. Not that it's just me, but follow me there. We'll figure it out, guys. I got to get out of here though. I can't believe I got that one. Bren, so lucky. That's insane. I didn't even look. I didn't even look at these other cats. Poor kitties. Persistence, eyes closed. Shh, don't worry. Open your eyes. And then, what do we have here? Another stars one. Nice. All right. All right, guys. I got to get out of here, though. Peace.
Peace out.
Take it easy. Thanks for having me again, man.
Yeah, no problem. Later, bud.